Namaste. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhasi Raghunataya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. We started with the first shloka last class. Vande hamtam, vande hamde vantam shritam rantarankalam bhasa yaha Ramo Ramadhirapyago Leelamara Yodhye Vase. So this is the first shloka of Raghava-Yadaviyam. And we only looked at the Anuloma shloka. Let's just go over that a little bit. Yaha Ma Arama Uraha. Ma Arama Uraha. I'm going by certain, in a way, if it is a little bit more, how do I say, connecting, right? One who was Vishnu, who also was, who was also thought about by the yogis, and then he took an avataram of Krishna. Tatha, I have rearranged it a little bit. Otherwise, the usual procedure is to go by whatever is the word that is there. So people would normally take the Anvaya as Sevadhyayaha, Ramalali Gopyaradhi Maramoraha, Yaha, Tam Sabhalankaram Shritam Aham Taram Vande. This is usual way of approaching, but in some ways I have just rearranged it a little bit. So go by what I have. Ma Arama Uraha. Ma iti Lakshmihi. So Mayaha Arama Bhutam Kridasthanam. He is the his Vakshasthalam is the place where Lakshmi is ever present. So that is what he means by Ma Arama Uraha. Marama Aramaha iti chet tatra garden udyanam iti. So Arama Bhutam Uraha. Yasya Vakshasthalam eva Uraha. Uras is a Sakaranta Shabdam. When it comes to indicate in a Bahuvrihi compound, when it comes to indicate Vishnu, a Pullinga Padam, then you will have to make it into a Sakaranta Pullinga Padam, wherein it becomes Uraha iti as the end of the Padam, Samasta Padam. So Maramoraha Tatra Uraha. Tasya Vishnoho Uraha Vakshasthalameva Mayaha Lakshmyaha Kridasthanam Vartate Aramaha Vartate. So the Vishnu's chest is the place where Lakshmi resides, and because of that, it is a place like that is where she spends her time. So it is like spending a time in a garden. So for her, for Lakshmi, Vishnu's Vakshasthalam is the garden for her. So Ma Arama Uraha Saha Krishna. We still don't know that it is Krishna here, right? Now let's look at the next one. Only Gopyaradhi would give us that idea that he Gopi hi aradhayati iti. Gopi sambandha tu Krishna avatare eva vartate. So that is our clue to understand that this sloka is about Krishna, right? So until then we don't know. It is very common. So Sevadhyayaha, Sevadhyayaha, Dhyayaha, Dhyatum Yogyaha. One who is fit to be meditated upon by different sevaha. Sevabhihi dhyeyaha. Seva here can be of many types. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoho, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. These are the 9 types of bhaktis that is there mentioned in Bhagavatam. Shravanam, you listen to his Kathamritam. Kirtanam, Nama Sankirtanam, and then Smaranam, you're constantly thinking about Vishnu. Padasevanam, you do Archana to him, or Padasevanam is just doing Namaskaram to him. Archanam is doing Puja. Vandanam, just Namaskaraha. Dasyam, Dasya Bhakti is done by many people, no? Right? Or Mitra Bhakti. Sakhyam is Sudama. There is actually another shloka where he says Kvachit Prabhuhu iti, Stuvan, Kvachit Mitram iti, Kvachit Tanaya iti, Kvachit Kantaha iti. So Krishna is thought about in many different ways, not only Tapas Yajnadibihi, he is also thought of as Yashoda looked at him as Tanaya, her own son, right? So, Vividha Sevaya, he says, Abhud Vividha Sevaya, Vividha Vrittihi Dvijaha iti. So, Krishna was served, or he was the only avatara where people looked at him as in different roles. And he was the best in that role. That's it. Mitram iti chet, Sayeva Uttamam Mitram iti. So, Seva Dhyeyaha, one who is thought about because of different sevas, using different sevas. Because he is the Paramo Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmaha Yataha Bhaktir Adhokshaje Ahaituki Apratihata Yaya Atma Samprasidati. So in Bhagavatam, he is spoken of as the Paraha Dharmaha. He is the ultimate Dharma. And bhakti towards Krishna, if it is without any hetu, ahituki, and apratihata, if there is no obstruction towards the dhyanam or the bhakti that we do towards Krishna, then atma samprasidati. Our mind clears up and we are ready for moksha here. So seva dhyeyaha krishnaha iti. The next word here is Rama Lali. So Rama Lali here refers to many women, one who shows affection towards many women. Dakshinanayakaha iti. So, he is not like Rama, whose mind is constantly Ramadhi iti asita tatra. So, it's a very beautiful way of changing the context here. So, when he said Ramadhi for Rama, he was constantly thinking about only one woman and Sita. That was Sita. Here, it is a different matter. Those who were all left out there, those who all did Nayaka Nayika Bhava, bhakti towards Rama, all of the rishis who were in the Dandakaranyam, they wanted to attain the Lord and be his consort. So they took on another Janma. In this Krishna Avatara, they became all of these women here. But there are primarily 8 Mahishis or 8 prime wives of Krishna, and then the rest are 16,100 or so who were brought from Narakasura's prison. These 8 are the principal wives of Krishna. They are Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati, Kalindi, Nagnajiti, Mitravinda, Bhadra, and Lakshmana. Each one has a different story about how Krishna married them. Rukmini, he eloped. Satyabhama was given to him during that Shemantakamani episode. Jambavati, also Jambavan's daughter. Kalindi is Yamuna. Yamuna is considered as one of the wives of Krishna. Nagnajiti was even before Rukmini. He killed 7 bulls, which were of the neighboring village from Gokulam. And then he married Nagnajiti. Tamil vandu we even call her Nappinnai. Neela Devi Tyapi tasyaha anyat nama vartate. Mitravinda, Bhadra, Lakshmana, each one of them, these episodes are either in Bhagavatam or you can find them in Harivamsha Purana. Taha Ramaha. Ramaha iti chet Mahilaha, women. Naryaha. Lalayati iti Rama Lali. One who shows sneham, one who shows affection towards many women here. And there we take the prime wives who are 8 here. Okay. Gopyaradhi. This is our clue that Krishna, it is Krishna, right? Gopihi aradhayati. Gopihi atra radhadi gopihi. Gopanganaha. Those women who, all of the gopis who were there in that Gokulam, Vrindavanam, he honored them by doing so many leelas in Gokulam and Vrindavanam, right? So Gopyaradhi, Gopihi aradhayati. One who honors all of these gopis. So this shows that Krishna is a Dakshinanayaka, whereas our Rama is more like a Anukulanayaka. One more thing, yeah. Dhirodattaha, right? Tam Sabha Sabhalankaram Sa abha abhabihi sahitaha alankaraha yasya. So one who has a lot of alankarana vastu on him, unlike Shiva. No, Shiva doesn't have any alankarana vastu. If you look at his alankarana vastu, it is kapalam, that is, naga bharanam, kapala bharanam, ityadi. Whereas Vishnu always is dressed up in different kinds of alankaras. Yataha Shrihi sarvatha vartate tatra. So, because Sakshat Lakshmi is present with him, he has so many different alankarana vastu, which are kanti yuktam. Bhaha iti chet kanti. All of those alankaranas, all of those decorations have so much of kanti, luster in them. So, abhihi, ababihi saha vartate iti sabhaha. Sabhaha alankaraha yasya. One who has a lot of ornaments which are shining. So Kaustubha, Vanamala. Even Vanamala is made of 5 different gems here. Each gem represents one of the Panchabhutas. And that Vanamala is supposed to be a representation of all the Jivas. So imagine the amount of luster that should be there in the Vanamala also. So Kaustubhamani, Kiriti, Kundali. You look at the descriptions in Bhagavatam or Leela Shuka's Krishna Karnamritam, you will find he's always described with so many different alankaras, right from his, Barha Pidam, from his peacock feather that is there on his head to his Nupuram, everything is described there. So he has a lot of ornaments which are shining. So Sabhalankaram, Shritam. This is the same as we saw for the Anuloma Shloka also. So Shriya Praptam Devam, one who is attained by Shri. He does not go and bring Shri to himself. Shri herself surrenders to him. Shri is the first Parama Bhakti. The first and foremost of all the devotees is Lakshmi there. So Lakshmiya Praptam. So one who, Lakshmi, when she came out of Samudra Mathanam, all of them were mesmerized by Lakshmi's beauty when she came out of that. But she chose Vishnu. So Shriya Praptam Devam. Shri went to him. She chose him. That's why Shritam Devam Aham Taram Vande. I bow to him Uchaihi. That is Pranamami. There is no difference here. Don't think of, is there a Kavya Suchakam here or something like maybe the poet likes Krishna more than Rama. Don't go into all that, things. That is not the issue. The focus here is on palindrome. So you have to somehow fit those words in a nice manner. You can't think of purpose here. Abhiprayam tu tatra na vicharaniyam. So let's taram vande iti cheta nanna na namaskaram pandrengrol. Yeah, when we say I do a namaskaram really well, tatha asti atra. Or taram uchchaihi nama sankirtanadibihi tam vande tam pranamami. You can say like that also. Otherwise, taram doesn't have a great significance in this shloka. Sevadhyeyo Rama Lali Gopya Radhi Mara Moraha Yaha Sabhalankaram Taram Tam Shritam Vande Aham Devam. So I bow to that Deva who is Gopya Radhi. That is our clue here. Who was with whose chest is like the playground for Lakshmi, who is attained dhyatum yogyaha, who can be meditated upon, or who is the most fit person to be thought about. Bhakti, it is very easy to do bhakti towards Krishna because he has done so many very lovable actions that we naturally get attracted to that, right? So Seva Dhyeyaha, Rama Lali, one who shows affection towards his principal wives or to the women. Gopya Radhi, one who is also one who honors the gopis. Sabha Tam, Sabha Alankaram. He has all of these alankaras in him. Actually, in Yadavabhyudayam, which is written by Vedanta Deshika, Venkatadhwari was a great fan of Deshika. Deshika has written all of these alankaras seem to be more beautiful because they are decorating Krishna here or Vishnu here. They don't have a Kanti on their own. They derive their Kanti from Vishnu. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. You know, every time you do Karpura Niranjanam, you say the shloka, na tatra suryo bhati, na chandra tarakam, nema vidyuto bhanti, kutoyam agnihi. You show this small Agni and say, you know, at near that Paramatma Swarupa, Bhagavan, who is so effulgent, none of these items, even Surya doesn't have any shine near him. Na Chandraha, na Tarakaha, none of these, na Chandraha, na Tarakaha, na tatra Suryo bhati, na Chandra Tarakam, na ima vidyutaha bhanti, na kutoyam agnihi. Tammeva bhantam anubhati sarvam. It is because of Vishnu's prakasha or Bhagavan's prakasha, that Brahma Swarupam's prakasha, that everything else is being shown, it is being manifested. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. So these alankaras, they have a kanti because they are decorating Vishnu here. Otherwise, they don't have a great kanti on their own. So Sabha Lankaram tam shritam aham vande. So this first shloka has both Rama Vandanam and Krishna Vandanam. So this becomes a Mangala shloka. Every kavyam starts off with an Mangala shloka, and the Mangala shloka or the first shloka can be of three types: Ashir, Namaskriya, Vastu Nirdeshaha, Vapi, Tanmukham. Tanmukham kavyasya mukham, kavyasya arambha, prarambha, trividhaha bhavati. So you have three types of beginnings for a kavyam. One is Ashihi, that is, you are, may he protect you. Saha tanotu iti Shriyam tanotu athava Ashihi dadatu. If that sort of a shloka is there, then it means that it is an Ashirvadatmaka shloka where you are providing blessings for everybody who reads this text. The second type is Namaskaratmakam. Ashihi Namaskriya. Namaskriya is Vande Aham Devam. Both ways, the word Devam, Devam Vande Devam. Using that, he starts this shloka as a Mangala Rupam, as a Namaskriyaatmakam Mangalam. The third type is Vastu Nirdeshaha. So Vastu Nirdesha is also another way of starting your kavyam. Vastu Nirdesha, Vastu is plot. Nirdesha is Suchakam. It is an indication of the plot. By doing a namaskara to both Rama and Krishna, the author is also trying to say that the subject matter or the hero of this kavyam are two people. One is Rama and Krishna. So this shloka becomes a method of both the method of both Namaskriya and Vastu Nirdesha. Okay. So Andeham Devam Tam Shritam Vrantaram Kalam Bhasayaha Ramo Ramadhira Pyago Leela Maram Yodhye Vase Sevadhyeyo Rama Lali Gopyar. If you look at this part, you have that 4/4 yati very clearly in this section. That is why when you reversed it, it was not so clear. The yati, there was a yati bhanga in the first, the Anuloma shloka. Whereas the Pratiloma shloka is very nice. Seva Dhyeyo 4. Rama Lali, you have a yati after 4 here. Gopya Radhi Mara Moraha. Yassa Bhalang. Alam, actually, alam karam. You can actually split, you can have a yati there also. So, yassa bhalang karam taram tam shri tam vandeham devam. And again, you have a yati bhanga here. But again, that yati is only samayachara. It is not strictly needed to be followed. You don't need to strictly follow that. So, now we'll go to the second shloka. The second shloka's Anuloma Padyam is Saketakhya Jyayam Asid Yavipradi Dhara Pura Jita Devadya Vishwasa Gryasa Vasha Rava. This is the Anuloma shloka. When you look at the Pratiloma shloka, Vara ingirnd. So Va Ra Sha Va Sa Grya Sa Shva. Vidyavade tajirapuhu. Radharyatta. Radharyapta dipra vidya sima yajya khyata kesa. This is the Pratiloma Shlokam. Saketakhya is the only thing that will be easy to understand. The rest we'll have to go one by one. Then only we will understand it. Now let's go with this. Saketakhya. Saketa akhya jyayam asit. Ya vipradipta. So vipra adipta. Vipradipta. Aryadhara. There are two versions. You can have Aryadhara or you can have Aryadhara also. Actually, both are correct. So Aryadhara and Aryadhara, we can have both versions. I'll tell you when I come to the meaning of it. Puhu aji ita, puhu purajita deva iti asti. So you cannot split that at all because it is completely connected with Sandhi here. 1 minute. Please, you can ask your questions later. I will give you time at the end and then you can raise your hand and ask questions. So, Saketa, Puhu Ajita Adevadya Avishwasa. Devadya Avishwasa, Devadya Avishwasa, Agriya Savasha Arava. It will start making sense, don't worry. Once we finish reading the shloka, it will make sense. So, ya, now let's rearrange for the Anvayam. Ya aji ita adeva adya avishwasa savasha arava aryadhara or aryadhara vipra adipta agriya sa saketakhya puhu jyayam asit. These are the easiest part. Okay. Sa saketakhya puhu jyayam asit. That saketakhya, Ayodhya, Saketam is the other name for Ayodhya. So that city called Saketa, iti puhu jyayam asit, it was present on this earth. It will be a twist when we read the Pratiloma Shloka. Okay. So this shloka is also in Vidyunmala meter. So Saketakhya Jayam Asid. There is a proper yati there also for after every 4 letters. So now we look at the meaning of the shloka. Ya aji ita. Aji ita. Adevadya avishwasa. So we'll go to that next. Aji ita ajasya apatyam puman aji dasharataha. So dasharatena prapta ityarthaha. So dasharatena adhishtita, ruled by Dasharatha. So with that city, Ayodhya or Saketakhya Puri, Puhu Puri, it is an indicative of, it is a word for city here, Puhu iti asti. So Puhu is in Strilingam. So all of these adjectives are also in Strilingam as an adjective to Puhu. That city, which was ruled by Dasharatha, who was the son of Aja. Ajasya Apatyam Puman, the son of Aja, is Dasharatha. So Dasharatha was called Ajihi. Very similarly, Dasharathasya Apatyam Puman, Dasharatihi. Similarly, we have formed the word for, he has formed the word, not we, he has formed it for Dasharatha. Ajasya Puman, Ajasya Apatyam Puman, Ajihi. So, Tena Ita Ajita. Prapta. So he uses this ita very commonly. Now we will be very familiar with this inagatau dhatu ktapratyaya, right? So prapti, gamanam, praptihi, these are different meanings for that. So you can also say it as one who, the city which is occupied by Dasharatha or the city which is ruled by Dasharatha. So ajita. The second word here is adevadya vishwasa. Devadyaha Teshu Avishwasaha, Apratyaha, Yatra na vartate. In a city where nobody has a non-belief towards Devas. So there are too many Nanya here. So pratyayaha is vishwasaha, apratyayaha is there is no faith. No faith towards devas is not present here, which means they are all very faithful towards the devas. So deva gandharvadyaha, deva adyaha, devadyeshu vishwasaha na vartate iti na. Tari vishwasaha vartate eva. They are all extremely faithful towards the gods. This is a very simple meaning, but the actual meaning here is the tatparyam. What does it mean? In Krita Yugam, everybody was faithful. Everybody had that faith. Nastikaha iti na kopi asit. Even Bharadwaja, when you say that in Ramayanam, Bharadwaja is the person who started Nastikavada. Maybe, but he tried to show Rama. Actually, he wanted to test Rama in a manner, and he wanted to see how Rama will respond to that. That is why he was talking of Nastikam. There is no Yagam, there is nothing of that sort, etc., etc. Right? So, in Krita Yugam, 99% of the people have a Vishwasa towards Devas. But the idea that the poet wants to convey here is not that. He says, Deveshu Devaha Uparandhyuhu iti. That is, the Devas may conquer us. When you are in the Bhumi, there is always this fear that the Devas might come and attack. Right? Or they might come and take over the city, because Ayodhya was so beautiful and the rule of Dasharatha was also so great that there was always a fear that the Devas will come and conquer. Tatha, there was no fear for them. Deveshu Vishwasaha Nasti iti na, tarhi they will, it cannot be conquered by even the Devas. That is why this city was called Ayodhya. It is not possible for anybody to come and conquer this city, even by Devas. So you'll have to extend the meaning of this word until that meaning, Ayodhya, that which cannot be conquered even by the Devas. To interpret it to so much, we need the meaning of we need the help of the Vyakhyata here. He says, Imam Uparamdhyuhu iti avishwasaha tasyaha kadapi nasti iti. There is always this faith that they will never conquer. They are happily residing in this city. So adevadhyavishwasaha yasyaha sa or yasyam sa tadrishi ayodhya adevadhyavishwasa savasha arava. Why are they so confident that the devas will not come and conquer? Because they are constantly doing yajnas, and that sound is resounding in this city. The city is filled with the sounds of yajna. Savasha arava. Sava savam ashnati iti savashaha. Savam, sava is yagam. Yagat yat ya havihi vartate, or yat havihi vartate, tat havihi bhunakti. So those who eat the havis, those who live out of the havis that comes from the yagas. The duty of every Purusha, every being in this bhumi, is to perform yagas or ensure that yagas are being performed. By that, they please the devas, because the havis, that is the oblation that is being dropped into the sacrifice, is that havis is the food for the devas. Right? Havirbhuk iti. Havirbhuk iti agnehe api nama vartate. So the devas are also havirbhujaha, because they take this havis that the Agni gives as a messenger. He goes and gives it to that particular deva. So they eat what comes out of the yajna. Savam ashnanti iti. Savashaha devaha ityarthaha. Tat sambandhi savashaha. Put in a taddita there. So savashaha, that which belongs to the devas, which is that which belongs to the devas who eat the yajna, produce that which comes in the yajna. So it means yajna sambandhi kolahalaha, aravaha, sounds, shabdaha, tatra vartante, yasyam ayodhyayam vartante, tadrisha shabdaha vartate. So that Ayodhya. That's why They always were confident that the devas will not come and attack. Hence, because they were performing yajnas constantly, and that city was filled with the sound, arava, the sound of yajna. Clear? So, savasha aravaha, arava, ayodhya, puhu iti. It is a visheshanam for puhu. Aryadhara or Aryadhara. Arya is a term given for all four varnas, sometimes three varnas or four varnas. It depends. But Arya is a common name given to all of them. Usually, it is all four varnas are determined by Arya. Now, since the first word, Savashara, has recognized Brahmanas, now he also recognizes the Vaishyas in this padam by saying Arya Adhara. Ayodhya, being the capital of Kosala Desha, it is the capital city, is always the main function for trade, right? If you are living in the village, trade is not of any use here. You have to come to the city to gain more profits. So it is the basis for Vaishyas, for the merchant class. Aryaha iti chet Vaishyaha iti arthaha. Aryaha Vaishyaha. So a person who engages in trade or business is called an Arya. The capital city is always the adhara or the support for trade and for the business people. So not only for Brahmanas, of course it is ruled by Aji Ita Iti Uktam. So there is a Kshatriya there. By saying that yagas are being performed, you have also mentioned Brahmanas, and now it is a support for the trade system. So it is actually the Brahmanas are being mentioned in the next word also. Vipradipta iti viprehi adipta ityapi asti. Okay. So Aryadhara, it is the support for trade or the basis for trade. Vipra Adipta, Viprehi Adipta, it is shining with a lot of Brahmanas there. Many Brahmanas are present in this Ayodhya, and it is Agriya. Agriya iti chet Moksha Purishu, it is counted as the first. Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Kashi, Kanchi, Avantika. Puri Dvaravati Cheti Saptaita Mokshadayikaha. So these are the 7 Moksha Puris, and in that the first one that is named is Ayodhya. Ayodhya Mathura Maya. We start with Ayodhya. So it is a place where you attain moksha. So Agriya, that which is the foremost of everything, every city. Sa Saketakhya, Saketam iti Akhya, Akhya Nama. Name, that city which has the name of Saketa. So Syat Saketam Ayodhyayam. This is given by Kshiraswami, who has written a text called Amarakosha Udgatanam. It's more like a revelation of what is there in Amarakosha. It's a more detailed or some parts which have been missed out in Amarakosha. Amara is not the only kosham that we have. There is something called Medini Kosha, Vishwa Kosha, Halayudha. There are many different koshas, and Kshiraswami has also written one. So in that he has mentioned that Saketapuri is Ayodhya. Ramayanam also has this name in many places. So Jyayam Asit, Sa Ya Agriya Asit, Sa Saketakhya Puri Puhu Jyayam Asit. Jya is Bhumi. So Kshonihi Jya Kashyapi Kshitihi iti Amare. So Kshonihi Jya Kshoni, also Bhumi, Bhuhu Bhumihi iti Arabhya. You have Amarakosha lists many words for Prithvi. In that, Jya is also one word. Jya also means the bowstring, Karmukasya Jya iti vartate. So it is also a bowstring, but here it means Bhumi. So Bhumyam Saketakhya Puri Asit. So Ayodhya, which was named Saketa, was present on this earth. Saketakhya, Vipradipta, it was shining with Brahmanas. Arya Adhara, it was the support for trade or support for merchants. Ajita, it was ruled by Aji, the son of Aja, who is Dasharatha. Adevadya Vishwasa, but there was nobody without any faith towards the devas, that is, they had faith towards devas, or they were inconquerable by the devas. Agriya, the first and foremost among the Mokshapuri, Sava Sharava, there was also constant sounds of yajna in this city. Now the reverse shloka, Vara Shava Sagrya Sashva Vidyavade Tajira Puhu Radharyapta Dipra Vidya Sima Yajya Khyata Kesa. This is the reverse shloka, Pratiloma Padyam. Va Rashau Asa Agriya Sa Ashva Sa Ashva Vidyavada Ita Aji Ira Puhu. Puhu is common for both now. Puhu is the city. Tatra Purvam Asiditi. Right? We read the Asit before in the Anuloma Shloka. In the Pratiloma Shloka, Asa becomes your Kriya Padam. Puhu Asa. Agriya Puhu Asa. Radha Arya Apta Dipra Vidya Sima Ya Jya Khyata Kesa. Ya Puhu Agriya Sashva Vidyavada Ita Aji Ira Radha Arya Apta Dipra Vidyasima Jyakhyata Puhu Varashau Ke Asa. Now our clue here is Varashau Ke Asa. Varashau in the Samudram. Ke Jale. Samudre Jale. Puhu Asa. There was a city in the ocean. So now we know Dwaraka was a city which was present in the ocean. Right? So Ya Puhu Agriya Asit. Again, Agriya now we can't say this is Agriya, but Antyattvatu Uttama iti Anyaha Nyayaha Vartate. Not only the first one is the most important, the best is always kept to the last. You see a child who is eating a lot of things, something that they like, they will always reserve it. There is one set of child who will eat it first. That is Ayodhya. Prathama Ganita iti karanata tatra uttama eva. There is another kind of child who will always save the best for the last. He will finish eating everything that he doesn't like and then savor it slowly and finish it with that thing that he likes. So then Dwaravati, being the last among the cities that have been mentioned, Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Kashi, Kanchi, Avantika, Puri, Dwaravati, Cheti, then it becomes the seventh one. At the end, Antyattvatu Uttama. Now, because it is mentioned at the end, it is the best. So, Ya Puhu Agriya Sashva Ashvaihi Sahita, because there are a lot of people there in, warriors in Dwaraka, and they always had to be Jarasandha kept attacking constantly and they had to flee away and come back, right? So that is why he came from Mathura. They had to move the capital to Dwaraka because of that constant attack. So they were very quick with their movement. So they needed a lot of horses in their cavalry, in their army. So Ashvaihi Sahita Sa Puri Sa Ashva. I'm trying to make sense of it. Sometimes it won't make sense. We just use it as an adjective, that's all. Vidya Vade Tajira. Maybe I will just pause here for a moment to just address some questions. If not, we will go back to this shloka again next class. So, yes. Namaste.
Namaste, ma'am. Question. Is Pratiloma the same as Viloma?
Yes. Yes.
That's all.
Okay. Okay. Namaste. You have a question? Hema, ma'am?
Yes. That previous one, that is a double negative or what? That,
yes.
Puraji. Adevata Vishwasa.
Ama.
So it means Devata Vishwasa is there.
Yes, Devata Vishwasaha Vartate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got confused a little. Thank you.
No worries. Yeah. Namaste. Devanathan Modaya, you can unmute yourself. The rest can mute themselves if you don't have any questions. Yeah. Namaste, Modaya. Devanathan sir, you have a question? Hello? Okay, I can't hear. Nikhila Mahodaya, you have a question?
एकः प्रश्नः अस्ति तत्र वाल्मीकिरामायणे अष्टाधिकशततमे सर्गे तु तत्र जाबालिमुनिः तत्र नास्तिकभाषणं करोति इति अस्ति.
Yes, correct. You're right. Pramadah tatra. Correct.
तदेव. धन्यवादः.
Thank you. Namaste, Lalita Mahodaya. You can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Namaskara.
Chalo.
இது ஒரே ஒரு ஸ்லோகம் எந்த மீட்டர் நீங்க சொல்றேன் நான் படிச்சு பார்க்கிறேன்.
இது வித்யுன்மாலான்னு ஒரு மீட்டர்.
என்னது?
வித்யுன்மாலா. I think I mentioned that here. Vidyunmala. 8 aksharam da. This is very, this comes within the jati of Anushtup. So Anuštupla there are 8, any 8 akshara, ashtakshara vrittam would come within the jati of Anushtup. But depending on the gana and இது உங்களுக்கு வந்து இது different names வரலாம். அதாவது 256 கிட்டத்தட்ட there are 256 meters within the Anushtup jati. This is one of the ashtakshara meter. It is called Vidyunmala, Momo Gogo Vidyunmala, which is you have a Magana and then 2 gurus.
வரல அதுக்காக உங்கள்ட்ட கேட்டுட்டு எப்படி படிக்கிறதுங்கிறதுக்காக.
அது வந்து போன தடவை சொன்னேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
நான் போன கிளாஸ் மிஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன்.
ஓகே. சாகே தாக்யா ஜ்யாயாமாசித்யா விப்ராதிப்தார்யாதாரா பூரா ஜீதா தேவாத்யா விஸ்வாசாக்ர்யாசா வாஷாராவா. ஏதாவது அப்படி போட்டுக்கலாமே. You can think of some tune. Okay. Any other questions? Devanathan Mahodaya, are you able to speak? Kekala. Chalo.
Yes. Namaste.
Namaste.
Shruyate.
Shruyate. Yes. Chalo.
Shruyate va?
Yes.
Shruyate va?
Nanna kekaradu. You can talk.
Can you give the bhavartha?
பாவார்த்தானா புரியல எனக்கு.
திரண்ட கருத்துன்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா?
தாத்பர்யார்த்தமா? பொழிப்புரை கேக்குறீங்களா?
ஆமா.
பொழிப்புரை என்ன?
பாவார்த்தம், அன்மயம், பதச்சேதம், கடைசியில பாவார்த்தம்னு. சரி,
எழுதி போடுறேனே. நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம்ல இருந்து உங்களுக்கு ஒரு பாவார்த்தம் மாதிரி போடுறேன். ஒன்னும்
ஏன்னா இது ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிறது கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா இருக்கும் போல இருக்கு.
கஷ்டம்தான். The words are a little tough. It is tough. சரி, sure. I'll do that.
Thank you.
Namaskaram.
Namaste.
Very wonderfully explained. I'm really enjoying the class. I just want to know, do we need to by heart the shlokas also? The Pratiloma and both the ways.
It's I think memorizing is individual. If you feel like you can, there is nothing wrong. I mean, I'm curious.
No, I just wanted to know because the assessment, do we need to reproduce?
Oh, assessment no,
not required. Okay, fine. That's
I don't think I will be going over these things for assessment. It will be very simple.
Yeah, if it is, we have to start from day one, or else it's not going to stay in our memories. Yeah.
No, I don't think I will even. Apdi irundaduna, I will mention 1 or 2 shlokas maybe. I'll think about it. Yeah.
It's beautifully written and beautifully explained too. Dhanyawad.
Thank you. Namaste. Yeah. Bhanumati Mahodaya. Yeah.
Namaste Mahodaya. Can you please அந்த யதி விஷயத்துல கொஞ்சம் திருப்பி சொல்ல முடியுமா? டீடைல்ஸ். வாட் இஸ்
எது?
Yati.
Yati na, you take a natural pause in a shloka. So inge paathelna there is a 4 and a 4 போட்டிருக்கு இல்லையா? So mo go go இது வந்து 1 2 3 4. There is a yati. Yatiனாலே முனிவர்னு எடுத்துக்காதீங்க. Don't take it as a munihi அथवा யோக யுக்தः तथा नास्ति. Yatina pause, space. A natural pause in a shloka you can take, which will aid in reciting. So sa ke ta kya nalu. There should be a pause. If it is a natural pause, if the word also ends at that point. Whereas if next pathilna purajita அது கூட பரவாயில்ல. விப்ராதிப்தா ரியான்னு வருது, அந்த இடத்துல அரியான்னு வரும். So these where you cannot meaningfully split it, அப்போ யதி பங்கன்னு சொல்றோம். அதாவது it does not follow the proper yati. ஆனா சம்பிரதாயன்னு கொடுத்திருக்கார். Because he has given it as this is the traditional way of looking at this meter. The yati is optional. So it is not necessary to have the yati, a pause.
இப்போ யத்தின்னு வைக்கும்போது ஏதாவது நம்பர் ஆஃப் லெட்டர்ஸ் ஆல்பபெட்ஸ் இவ்வளவு இருக்கணும்.
It will be mentioned. ஆமா, இப்போ சூர்யாஸ்வைஹி மசஜாஸ் ததாகஹ அப்படின்னு ஒரு there is a லக்ஷணம். சூர்யாங்கர்ச்சே 12, அஸ்வ is something like that, you know. So appo after that 12 you have to take a pause. After 12 aksharas you have to take a pause. That is a must there. In the sense namakku breathing ko easier irukkumla. Yeah.
தன்யவாத்.
Okay. Kishore Mohdaya, you have a question? You can unmute yourself. Namaste. Hello.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My question is not regarding this. My question is that I'm intrigued by that shloka that you gave from the Kirata-Junya. What is the class of that? That the chapter 15, so shloka 25?
In the earlier...
the one that... Yeah, I'm intrigued by it. Is it possible to get the meaning of that? Because I tried to read it and download it from the internet. I looked at it, it's so hard. The Mallinatha's Tika is extremely hard.
Yes. I will see if I can find an English translation for it and put it in the group. If you are in the WhatsApp group, then...
Yeah, I'm in the WhatsApp group.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Then I will try to figure out that. Yes.
Okay. That's one question. And the other question is what classification of that shloka? Because it is what kind of classification this will come to. In the last class, you talked about the classifications.
Sure. I'll do that. Yes.
Okay. And this one, and just one more comment, that I see that this Sri-Raghava-Yadaviyam is nothing but Panditanang Pariksha.
Yes, it is. Spot on. Correct.
Thank you.
Rasa, you can't think of rasa, alankara, gunas, all that. You'll have to leave out that part and think of it as an intellectual exercise. That's all.
Yeah, it's very hard to understand this.
I know. Okay, thank you. Munish Mohdaya, you can unmute yourself.
Namaste Bhagini, Kshamyatam, aham Sumati asmi.
Oh, okay. So, okay, there was a different name. Sumati Mohdaya. Yeah, tell me.
न जानामि कथं एतत् नाम
That's
अस्ति.
okay.
अस्तु, मम प्रश्नद्वयम् आसीत्. कुत्र वाट्सप् लिङ्क् दृश्यते इति अहं न जानामि, अहं गणे नास्मि.
They would have sent you an email, or it is there in the course page itself. It should be there. Or if you send a message to Vyoma, they will respond. Yeah.
Okay.
If you send an email.
इतोपि एकः प्रश्नः अस्ति. अस्माभिः अपि पद्याः रचनीयाः वा? but
न किमर्थं कौतूहलमस्ति चेत् कुर्वन्तु
भवत्याः प्रथमकक्षायां भवती वदन्ती आसीत् यत् केचन पद्यान् अलिखन् इति.
No, that is just you can try if you want. इच्छा अस्ति चेत् कुतूहलम् अस्ति चेत् तत्र कर्तुं शक्नुवन्ति एव
कन्नडभाषायां लिखामि परन्तु संस्कृतभाषायां किञ्चित् प्रयत्नं कृतवती.
You can try, no worries.
अस्तु भगिनी, धन्यवादः.
नमस्ते. Maithili Madhya, can the others mute themselves? It will be easier to listen. Yes.
Namaste, Bhagini. I'm not very clear about Vidyunmala. Where can I get some information on that?
Vrittaratnakaram. You can check chapter 3, 15th shloka. There is a text called Vrittaratnakaram and you can check that.
Okay, Bhagini. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Sushila Modhya, you have a question?
Namaste, ma'am. I have two questions. So,
okay.
in one of the earlier slides, you were saying when we read from left to right, that like in Dasharati and all, that we are using the tadditas when we read from this side to that side. But when we do the reverse, these grammar, these things will not be applicable, right?
See, the only grammar, okay, so we reverse it.
I don't have it in front of me, so I can't.
No, which one are you talking? I'm not sure.
There was one particularly for Ajaha. I didn't write it down quickly.
I think I know what you're saying.
So there we are saying no. He's the one Patyam Puman Dasharatha.
Ajihi.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we read from left to right, only the grammatical aspects are applicable. Yes, something. Ajihi, Aja plus in Dasharataha, Ajasya Patyam Puman, etc. So when we have to do the grammar thing, it is only applicable when we read from left to right, not from right to left. I just wanted, is it the regular thing?
It will be applicable that way also, but now, see, when you are looking at the shloka from left to right, you will do all the grammatical rules based on this way, anuloma. When you reverse, you automatically move on to pratiloma. Now this becomes a new shloka. So you are actually reading from left to right here. You treat it.
That also left to right, but then we do the grammar aspects according to the words presented there.
Presented in this manner, that's all.
Okay. So that is the acceptable, way to analyze these.
Yes.
Shlokas. Okay. Ma'am, even I did not get the WhatsApp link for joining.
Please message Vyoma. I think they should be able to, give you a...
Because in some of the earlier courses, they put it in the course page in that first page itself.
Okay, someone has given it. It's there in the course page. Okay, it's there in the course page. Someone has given it in the questions also. You can look at the Q&A. Someone has typed it. So you can take that also.
Yes, ma'am.
It's in the course page, the first lecture.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it is there. And someone has asked about the question, na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto bhanti kutoyam agnihi. I think I will put that in the chat also if you want, in the WhatsApp. Kutoyam agnihi tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. I think that's all are the questions. Any other? Okay, I don't see any other. Sundar Srinivasan. Yeah, there's just one more. Namaste. You can unmute yourself, Sundar Modhya.
I just want to say that the Apte dictionary in its appendix has got certain meters. In that Vidyunmala is mentioned.
In Apte. Okay.
Appendix.
Sure. Okay. Nice. Thank you. Okay, we will finish with the Mangala Shloka. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunataya Nathaya Sitaya Pataya Namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Okay. Namaste.